Cooking made simple with Carolina Chef. Today we're going to make banana pudding. We're going to use instant pudding mix, some heavy cream, some milk. We're going to make our own whipped cream. We have a special ingredient that we'll be using as well that's just going to intensify that flavor. And we're going to be using instant pudding, but it's going to make it taste homemade. It's so good. So let's get started. So we're using 3 packages of vanilla jello pudding. It's 3.4 ounces. Now I'm making a bigger amount because I'm making a couple little pies for later, but in the description I'll have it for just the 8 by 11 glass pan that we'll be using. So I already have 4 cups of whole milk and 2 cups of heavy cream in here. And then I already fixed our glass dish. It's an 8 by 11. And I like to layer with vanilla wafers. And then I like to put it around the edge as well. So let's get going. Let's open up this pudding mix. And you can hand mix this, or you can use a hand mixer. Using my sink as a little trash can. So you want to mix this up real good. And it'll start getting thicker the longer you mix it. So now we're going to add our secret ingredient, sour cream. And for this amount, I'm going to use 8 ounces of sour cream. And then we're going to mix this in. Some of you may use sour cream already in your pudding, but it adds such a great flavor. So we're going to mix this in real good. And this is already getting a nice thickness to it. And next we are going to add our bananas. So an easy way to do this is just kind of cut the top off, kind of halfway peel it, and then pop that sucker out. pop that banana out. And we're going to use 3 bananas. I like to use 1 banana per package. So now we're going to mix this in, the bananas in. And let the flavor from the bananas start marinating in the pudding. And then we're going to stick this in the refrigerator and just let it get nice and cold. So to make our whipped cream, we're going to use 2 cups of heavy cream. And this is really cold, because the colder it is, the faster it'll get to the thickness that you want. And then we're going to add a cup of powdered sugar. And this will make about 4 cups of whipped cream. And you can hand whisk this or put it in a mixer, with a mixer. But this shouldn't take too long since it's really cold. You can't use half and half or milk. You have to use heavy cream. You can even set this in another bowl with ice around it. Or if you have a big walk-in freezer, just sit in there for a little bit. So we're about done mixing our whipped cream up. I'm going to set this in the fridge, and then we'll pull out our banana pudding, start putting it on, and then we'll add our whipped cream to it, and then do a little sprinkle of some vanilla wafers. It'll be good. All right, let's start adding our banana pudding. Look, see, it's nice and set up. just be easy putting this in at first because you don't want to spread out your vanilla wafers too much. They'll still spread a little bit. But I'm trying to get them to where they don't move around too much. And then we can take a spatula and thin this down so it's nice and even. Let's give it a little bit more. There we go. Spatula to even this up. I used to love, when we'd go to church and they'd have a potluck. Somebody brings some good old banana pudding. Oh yeah, yum yum. Our pastor at the time, he said there's 3 types of desserts, and this is what he would say: hot, cold, and runny. And he said it's always the best when you put them all together. So let's get our whipped cream in our pastry bag. We'll put some whipped cream around this and then garnish it up, and then we'll be good to go. Disposable pastry bag. You want to try to get this in as far as you can, and then we'll start working, squeezing it down. Kind of push it down. Try to push it down a little bit to try to get out the air bubbles. And I'm just going to do this right along the edge here. And you want to try to be fast with it because your whipped cream will start to melt a little bit from the heat from your hands. But I'm telling you, the sour cream adds so much flavor to this, and I'm sure you guys will be surprised if you've never made it this way. Well, that was just enough. So we finished putting our whipped cream on. So I've got some crushed vanilla wafers that we're just going to sprinkle here on top. And now you have a beautiful, delicious dessert for any kind of family gathering you may have. Take it to church for a potluck, anything, or just Sunday lunch or Sunday dinner, or anytime you want some. This is gonna taste so good. Like I said, adding that sour cream does so much for this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you try it. All the details will be in the description below. So I want to thank all of our subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, we sure would appreciate it. And make sure you do the 3 S's. Smash that like button, share with your family and friends, and make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much.